everybody, and welcome back to WooNoo, your weekly Universal news and updates, where I go over everything that's happened in Universal Studios Orlando Resort weekly. I have a very big update this week, as the holiday event has started in Universal, amongst a ton of other things. So let's get straight into it, because I have a long video in store. So starting out with some general news, the U-Design kiosks now have a new Jurassic Park Apple Watch band, which looks really fun. Also, Universal Orlando is a sponsor for Give Kids the World Village, and it actually has been for a long time. This is a place where Make-A-Wish kids stay if they want to visit the theme parks in Orlando. I've volunteered here multiple times, and it is amazing. And for the Christmas fundraiser, Night of a Million Lights, that they hold, Universal decorated a villa there to be Minion themed, and it's probably one of the best villas in the entire place. This is so cute, and I love it. Also, a Holidays at Universal Orlando tab would be added to the Universal app that leads you to a page that shows all of the shows and offerings, when they are and where they are. Also, on Thursday, aka Veterans Day, there would be a ton of late openings, including Hulk, Hagrid's, Hippogriff, Forbidden Journey, and Kong. This caused the Velocicoaster to have a giant wait and forced it to use its extended queue. Also, with Veterans Day came the return of the Military Freedom Pass. Veterans and military personnel can enjoy a $199.99 two-park pass with no blockout dates that runs till December 31st, 2022. For an additional $35, Volcano Bay can also be added to the passes. The pass can be purchased from now throughout December 27th of 2022. The pass must be gotten through a military base installation in the US and cannot be bought in the parks. Also, 2 vacation packages will become available for veterans, being a custom package and a Wizarding World package. Both packages include the Freedom Pass. The custom package includes a stay at any Universal Orlando Resort hotel and early access to certain parks and attractions. The Harry Potter package includes a stay at any Universal Orlando hotel, a breakfast at both the Leaky Cauldron and Three Broomsticks, and a shutter button photography session. Military personnel can also receive a discount on Universal Orlando Resort stays, including up to 40% off at Cabana Bay Beach Resort. Universal would also release a first look inside the holiday tribute store before it opened on Friday, and it looks amazing. A Motorama Christmas tree souvenir can be seen, and the rest of the store kind of just speaks for itself. UAP tours would also happen of the store the same day, giving us some angles unseen in the videos. This also showed us that the Earl the Squirrel Hall of Fame is in the hallway of the tribute store. These tours also showed us that the HHN medallion machine would be repurposed to a Christmas medallion machine that features coin designs for Earl the Squirrel, Universal Studios logo with Christmas lights, and a Universal logo with a Christmas tree. Also with the tribute store tours, there are tons of Easter eggs, including the Halloween Horror Nights bear, holiday tribute spelt in blocks, and the DeLorean from Back to the Future, with tons more. The DeLorean is actually a part of a moving toy train in one of the rooms too, which I think is really fun. Also, park maps will be rethemed for the holidays, with a new cover that is actually really cool. Also, the holiday tree hunt would start on Saturday, and the ornament would be revealed to be a snowflake that has the Universal Christmas logo on one side and says Holiday Tree Hunt on the other. We'll talk about all the trees' locations throughout this video. Also, Universal would put out a promotion pictures of a ton of unannounced holiday food, and I don't even know where a bunch of it's from. I'll talk about where some of it is from, but there's a few items on here. I don't know where they're from, but they look so good I can't even explain it in words. Anyways, into the resorts. In Cabana Bay, the lobby and food court will be decorated with silver garland and trees for the holidays, and a new holiday refillable resort cup would become available, which looks really cool. Also, seeing the sign here, it seems that either the resort cut prices had gone back from being rounded up to being non-rounded, or that I might have just been wrong last week when I reported on this saying that they had been rounded up or down for the resort long stay. In Lowe's Royal Pacific, a giant Christmas tree would be placed in the lobby, and General Garland would be placed. In the Hard Rock Hotel, a music-themed tree and a music-themed garland will be placed around the common areas of the resort. And in Portofino Bay, garland will be placed around the resort. Into City Walk, an archway would be placed leading up to the holiday cabin-looking tents that were placed last week in City Walk. And later, garland will be added to the facades of these booths, along with lanterns and menu holders. Some tarped-over boxes would also be added to the site. The studio store would also receive a new Raptors on Tour shirts at this time, and the advertisements on the side of the balcony in front of the Cinemark now advertise Sing 2. The Legacy store would receive Earl the Squirrel plaid hoodies, Merry and Nutty drawstring bags, and long-sleeve shirts. They would also receive the mugs and blankets in the merchandise collection here that I'm going to talk about a little bit later in this video. Also, soon the booths in City Walk would be themed. The archway would have a wooden cutout placed on it that says Mistletoe Pines Village. The small shops would have menu placed. One of the booths sells holiday apples, holiday cookies, and Mistletoe Pines roasted nuts. The next sells caricature art and custom ornaments, and the final has a full menu that includes cookie butter Santa Puffs, which are belt buckle cream puffs filled with cookie butter, frozen hot cocoa, which is hot chocolate mousse topped with holiday sprinkles, and mini marshmallows, gingerbread ornaments, which are gingerbread cream brulee with a chocolate mirror glaze, cookie dough Christmas trees, which are cookie dough in a small waffle cone that is chocolate, Christmas present, which is vanilla bean mousse, cherry jelly with a dark chocolate bow, praline holiday bars, which are praline and dark chocolate mousse topped with whipped ganache, the Christmas tree tower, which is cinnamon and caramelized pecan mousse tiered cake, Coquito mousse snowball, which is coquito flavored mousse, Nutty Nog, which is classic concoction spiked with Bacardi 4-year rum, Deluxe Nog, which is a deluxe version of the classic Nog, spiked with Bacardi 8-year rum, Kentucky Nog, which is Old Country Nog made with Old Forester bourbon, and Fire Nog, a spicy Nog spiked with Fireball cinnamon whiskey. The next day, plants, signs, lights, walls, and posters would be added to the village, really making it a magical place. Also, apparently at the Rising Star Karaoke Club, when a couple was leaving the club, a team member held the elevator door open for someone, therefore stopping them from immediately exiting. The husband of the couple started yelling at the person, and the staff said not to talk to their employees that way. The husband then threatened to hurt them, and they then asked him to leave. While escorting him and his wife out, the wife would throw a punch at the server's head and hit. The husband would immediately drag her away from the server and escort her to the officers outside the club. They would be tried in court for a misdemeanor of battery charge and be found not guilty. However, she would find herself with a lifetime ban from Universal Studios property. So she kinda got what she deserved, even though I think she should have been charged for it. But I don't know. I can't really complain about it. At least Universal banned her. Also, a Christmas medallion will be hung in the studio's arches, saying Universal's Holiday Parade featuring Macy's, and listing the event dates of November 13th through January 2nd. Earl the Squirrel merchandise would also become available in half of a merchandise cart. And a deflated inflatable would be seen on the floor by the studio's arches on Friday. It would inflate later that day to be a Macy's store with a Santa hat on it. Mistletoe Pines Village would also open and serve guests starting on Friday. Also, just a quick reminder, the holiday event officially started on Saturday to give context to all of the dates I say later in this video. Some Mistletoe Pines Village postcard-like billboards would also be placed on Saturday. A small stage would place snowflake decorations by the stairs leading up to the clubs. And a bar stand would receive 4 specialty holiday drinks, including white chocolate candy cane milk, which is vanilla almond milk, Myers rum, Bull's white cream de cacao, the Tempest Fugit cream, and Meath? A Kentucky bourbon coffee stout, which is dark roasted stout with hints of caramel and vanilla with a hint of lightly roasted coffee. St. Bernardus Christmas Ale, which is an intensely dark beer with slightly fruity flavor and zesty winter spices, leaving a taste of dried fruit and chocolate. And Whole Hog Hazelnut Brownie Porter, which is a sweet and strong imperial porter layered with hazelnut and milk chocolate. The Legacy Store would also receive a classic movie-themed Christmas tree for the holiday tree hunt. And the Studio Store would receive a yellow, silver, and blue Christmas tree for the holiday tree hunt. Twosome's Chocolate Emporium would also receive a golden tree for the tree hunt. Finally, into the parks and islands of adventures, Port of Entry. The Port of Entry Christmas shop on Tuesday would receive Earl the Squirrel themed merchandise, including an Earl's Tree Farm scented candle, which is balsam and pine scented, an Earl the Squirrel themed blanket that has so many Easter eggs, like the E.T. bikes in the sky, Amber ornament on the tree, Amity Tree Farm like Amity Surf Shop from Jaws, which is established the years that the first Jaws movie came out, a Woody Woodpecker hat, a letter from Isla Nublar, an Orca machine from Godzilla King of the Monsters, an out-of-time license plate from Back to the Future, a retro park map, and so many more. Team members would also say that this was a hint to the theming of the tribute store, and it kind of is, because it's like the Earl the Squirrel antique shop history type thing that he has in there. Earl the Squirrel would also get a light-up pin and a Merry and Nutty mug that has a similar design to the blanket, but no Easter eggs. A snow globe magnet, gift tag stickers, and ornaments that have simple designs on the back would also be added to his collection. The wait time sign would glitch out on Thursday, that is at the end of Port of Entry. An Islands Trading Company will receive an adventure-esque Christmas tree for the holiday tree hunt. Also, starting on Saturday, normal Christmas music would play throughout Port of Entry. In the Lost Continent, lighting would be strengthened in the Mythos back patio. And the Scarecrow in the entryway of the All Hallows Eve boutique will be replaced by a Halloween Christmas tree for the Christmas tree hunt. This means that this store is most likely to stay until January, which is quite contrary to thinking it would end on the 31st of October. Also, the All Hallows Eve boutique would receive a new Chucky-themed Loungefly backpack. In Marvel Superhero Island, Spider-Man would open its single writer line on Monday, and the comic shop would receive a comic-themed Christmas tree for the tree hunts. In Skull Island, Reign of Kong would be delayed Monday morning. And in Seuss Landing, where we have a ton of updates, a Grinchmas sign would be placed at the island's entryway, and on the side of the Circus McGurkus. A Grinchmas stretch banner would also be placed on the inside of the archway that was placed a few weeks ago outside of backstage doors from the land. On Wednesday night, the animations on the light-up trees on the entry bridge would also start playing. And on Saturday, on the opening day of the holiday event, a sign would be placed with the Grinchmas show times. They are every hour starting at 10:45 and then taking a break from 1:45 to 3:30 and resuming hourly shows until 6:30. Another sign would also be placed that says that it is advised to arrive 20 to 30 minutes before the show starts. Hop on Pop Ice Cream Shop would also receive new Grinch-themed Cocoa Bombs, green sugar cookies, and green ice cream sandwiches. And Circus McGurkus would receive a new Roast Beast sandwich, which combines French onion soup dipped roast beef, meatloaf, secret sauce, and cheddar cheese sauce on a pretzel bun. Then it's topped by a mini meatloaf sandwich. The Grinch photo ops would also start at 11 and resume with the Grinch in the photo with you like previous years, unlike 2020 where he took the picture. This can be found in all the books you can read, and it would be decorated with lots of Christmas trees for the occasion. To get to the Grinchmas show, you must walk up a path that is used to get from park to park on super busy days to get to the new theater. The Blue Man Group Theater would be used for Grinchmas this year, and a concession stand would be open outside the theater. It sells chili cheese dogs, nachos, pretzel bite cups, green popcorn cups, chili cheese nachos, churro bite cups, green popcorn and souvenir buckets, Grinch cookies, and holiday punch, a festive tropical sour apple punch, hot chocolate, Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, Sprite, and premium bottled water. The inside of the Blue Man Group Theater also looks completely different when set up for Grinchmas, and not in a bad way, I love it. Also, the Who's would start walking around Seuss Landing during the event, and cats, hats, and things would receive a Cat in the Hat themed Christmas tree for the holiday tree hunt. In Hogsmeade, a seasonal mint no-milk ice cream would become available. Also, Hogsmeade would be completely shut down on Thursday, forcing guests to take the Velocicoaster bypass bridge. It will be said by team members that this is because of a power outage. A sign would state that Hagrid's will be open later that day. Barricades would be placed at the entrance, and team members would stand in the Lost Continent to inform guests of the situation. Some team members would also be sent home. Originally, the Hogwarts Express was open to make one-way trips to Universal Studios Florida, but would soon close. Later, the land would reopen with its shops and restaurants, along with the Hogwarts Express and Flight of the Hippogriff. However, Hagrid's and the Forbidden Journey would remain closed. The land would return to normal operations the next day. However, on Saturday, the Forbidden Journey and Hagrid's would both be delayed in opening. The Magic of Christmas at Hogwarts would also debut for the first time in years this weekend. In Toon Lagoon, the top floor of Mee's ship, the Olive, would reopen, reopening the stairs to get there, giving the elevators access, but not reopening the multi-story slide. The bottom of the slide would also be roped off, as it previously just had a sign in front of it. The area includes the ship's steering wheel, speed controls, a spyglass, and great views. Also, I believe that the ship went down for a brief refurbishment since the area was roped off before, but it was open earlier this year, in August. Also, Toon Extra will receive a bright pink tree for the holiday tree hunt. In Isla Nublar, Jurassic Outfitters would receive a Jurassic Park themed Christmas tree for the holiday tree hunt. Over in the Studios Park, in Production Central, in the Studio Store, a movie-themed Christmas tree to promote the Christmas tree hunt and garland that are both very blue would be placed. And holiday decor would be placed outside of the Donkey Meet and Greet. Some basic holiday treats like cookies and candy apples will become available in the studio's suites, including Earl the Squirrel-themed cookies. Also, in Battery Park, a Christmas bar would be set up. A protective archway would be set up under a Hollywood Rip Ride rocket over a backstage path, too. In New York, red garland, stars, and a star topper would be placed on the Christmas tree. Also, some general areas would be decorated with garland, like Delicacy Street. On Tuesday, the Holiday Tribute Store facade would go up. It is a barn theme. The next day, garland and ornaments will be hung from the facade, along with new lanterns and wreaths. Garland would also be placed on the building the facade rests on, while trees and pots will be placed on either side of the facade. The same day, some large ornaments and a tree topper base would be placed on the Christmas tree. Tiny lights would also be strung on the tree. But most importantly, a small area in the tree will be cut out, and Earl the Squirrel would make his first official appearance in it. Earl the Squirrel has appeared in the tree far before he was a Christmas mascot, but it's always great to see him. Also, on Wednesday, the buildings of New York would be largely decorated for Christmas, and Festus wraps would be placed around the lighting rigs for the Macy's Parade. Facade windows would also start to be decorated to fit the Macy's Parade theming. It would be obvious that there was a parade rehearsal on Thursday night because there would be confetti in the streets of New York on Friday. In San Francisco, Fast and the Furious would go down on Monday for its scheduled refurbishment, and the food truck across from Fast and the Furious would revive its menu. It now serves Nashville hot crispy chicken skewers, which are hand-breaded chicken tossed in Nashville hot sauce, served with homemade coleslaw, sliced pickles, and white bread that can have substitute sauces of hot honey or golden barbecue, and Nashville hot chicken mac and cheese, which is creamy white cheddar mac and cheese topped with crispy chicken bites, tossed in Nashville hot sauce and green onions. Also, Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, Sprite, Premium Bottled Water, Rogue Dead Guy Ale, Hazy Little Thing IPA, and White Claw would be on the menu. The Macy's Parade would also run for the first time in years on Saturday, and at the end, Santa Claus would light the tree. Also, the tree is actually synced to Christmas music. Fast and the Furious Supercharged would also be intended to reopen on Friday. However, as of Sunday, it would not be reopened. A candy tree would also be placed in the San Francisco Candy Factory for the holiday tree hunt. In Hollywood, the Simpsons RV would be decorated for Christmas, and the Five and Dime would receive a new Mad Scientist Christmas tree for the holiday tree hunt that has Frankenstein in it. Also, Silver Screen Collectibles will receive a very red Christmas tree for the holiday tree hunts. In Central Park, the green lighting rigs for Halloween Horror Nights will be removed. This marks the removal of all Halloween Horror Nights props from the studio's parks. Lights will be added to Central Park that will most likely twinkle in the trees, and a lighted garland will be hung on the fences lining the pathway. Stereotypical Christmas lights would also be strung on a merchandise booth. And in Springfield, the Simpsons ride will be closed and blocked off on Tuesday. In Men in Black, a Christmas tree hunt alien plant tree will be placed in a Men in Black Alien Attack gift shop, and the Fear Factor Live sign would be uncovered, but the name of the show would still be tarped over. In London and Diagon Alley, King's Cross Station's snack shop would be stocked with food and drinks, most likely to prep for the winter crowds and reopen when they come. And in Kids Zone, construction workers would be seen in the currently closed Curious George play area. We've seen this multiple times though, so it might not mean as reopening. Also, a Christmas tree hunt seafloor themed tree would be placed in the SpongeBob store pant. You can also now buy a classic 80s style Speak and Spell in the ET gift shop. So that's everything that I could find in Universal Studios Orlando this week. I did rush through these updates a little bit, but I have so many of them, I just wanted to make this video not insanely long. It's like 20 minutes long, so it's still pretty long, but at least it's not 30 minutes, which is what I was assuming it was going to be. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you have any feedback on how I can make my videos better or what you like about them, please tell me in the comments. I'm always open to them. And sorry if the comments aren't on. YouTube doesn't like allowing comments for my videos for some reason. And anyways, with all of that said and done, this is Woonoo, signing off.